BLACKPINK star Rosé tipped for Grammys glory after brutal Mean Girl snub at Fashion Week. The BLACKPINK star, who was at the center of a Mean Girl controversy at Paris Fashion Week, is tipped to sweep next year's Grammy Awards. Roseanne Park, better known by her stage name Rosé, dominated headlines this week after Kpop fans accused fashion magazine Elle UK of shading her in a social media post. On top of that, Saint Laurent ambassadors Hailey Bieber, Zoë Kravitz, and Charli XCX were also accused of snubbing the 28-year-old hitmaker. As the controversy continues online, Rosé has quietly been plotting to make history at the 2026 Grammys. The songstress has submitted her chart-topping Bruno Mars collaboration APT to all the major Grammy categories, including Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Music Video, and Best Pop Duo or Group Performance. Additionally, her debut solo album Rosé has been submitted for Album of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Album, as well as in the smaller categories like Best Album Cover, Best Engineered Album, Non-Classical, and Best Recording Package. She's also submitted her ballad, Toxic Till the End, for Best Pop Solo Performance. Although Rosé hasn't specifically said that she's chasing gold at the Grammys, her actions over the past month indicate that she may be in the midst of a campaign. She randomly popped up on The Howard Stern show last month to perform a 20-minute acoustic set, which included both APT and Toxic Till the End as well as covers of Oasis and Lana Del Rey. Next, Rosé performed another set at the Global Citizen Festival in New York, where she delivered a similar set, with the inclusion of a cover of the Cranberries' Linger. The star also teasingly discussed the Grammys in a cover story with this week's The Hollywood Reporter. "I'm getting chills right now. It's still a dream for me. It's still a fantasy. A moment that proves to myself so many things," she said humbly. Her APT collaborator Bruno Mars was less modest in an emailed quote to the publication, saying, "Big Bad Rosie was destined to do great things no matter what." He continued, "I'm so proud of her, and thankful that I got to be a part of the conversation that led to APT and the birth of a brand new K-pop juggernaut named Bruno Mars." APT has indeed been one of the biggest hits of the year so far. It peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and was crowned Song of the Year at the MTV Video Music Awards. The track has also surpassed 2 billion streams on Spotify alone. If APT leads to Grammy's glory, Rosé will become the first K-pop artist to ever win a Grammy. Billboard has already called it a likely contender to pick up a nomination at next year's ceremony. It comes after Elle UK issued an apology after being slammed for cropping Rosé out of a group photo. The New Zealand-born star was attending the Saint Laurent Women's 2026 SOS collection show for Paris Fashion Week when she was apparently snubbed. She posed for a photo with Charli XCX, Hailey Bieber, and Zoë Kravitz, but was later cropped out of the picture when Elle UK shared it to Instagram. After receiving massive online backlash, the company has now deleted the original post and uploaded an apology to its stories. "We sincerely apologize for a recent post from Paris Fashion Week in which Rosé of BLACKPINK was cropped from a group photo for size," the message read. "We did not mean to offend anyone," they continued. "The post has been removed and Elle UK remains committed to ensuring our future coverage represents the full spectrum of our audience we so greatly respect." The bizarre omission outraged fans and followers on Thursday, particularly because Rosé had attended the runway show as an official global Saint Laurent ambassador. "I'm not a fan of BLACKPINK, but I respect Rosé's artistry and being a brand ambassador with 84M plus followers," one commented. "She actually has more followers than all those girlies combined. This is deliberate cropping. They just don't like her, I guess." Another added, "Funny how she's the global ambassador of YSL, but somehow she's missing from all the photos you shared. That can't be a coincidence, right?" A third echoed the sentiments of many, saying, "Elle UK, please show some respect and apologize to Rosé for the rudeness of cutting her out of the photo." Attempting to redress the balance, the publication then uploaded a series of photos showing Rosé solo. Rosé, who grew up in Melbourne, has been the fashion house's global ambassador since 2020 and, in January, was named global ambassador for YSL Beauty. The apparent snub comes after the pop star was brutally shaded by Zoë, Hailey, and Charli, after an awkward interaction between the group was caught on camera. All four of the stars were sitting front row at the Saint Laurent fashion show in Paris on Monday. But when videos of them all chatting together were shared online, some social media users felt like Rosé was deliberately excluded from the conversation. Soon, rumors erupted that there were tensions between Rosé and the other women. One clip showed Zoë, 36, Hailey, 28, and Charli, 33, all animatedly engaged in conversation as Rosé sat beside them in silence. What made things worse was that Charli, who was beside Rosé, had her back turned to the K-pop star to face Zoë and Hailey. Rosé looked towards the women before she awkwardly lowered her gaze to the ground. The video went viral, sparking fierce speculation that the three stars were purposely ignoring Rosé. The rumors were only heightened when Charli took to Instagram after the show to share some snaps showcasing her outfit. One showed her sitting in the front row alongside Hailey, Zoë, and Rosé. But Rosé was under a dark shadow while the rest of the girls had a bright light on them. It sparked even more speculation that there was an alleged feud and led to Charli facing immense criticism from Rosé's fans. Others, however, defended Charli and insisted that her post likely wasn't meant to be shady and was probably just a case of bad lighting, pointing out that Charli and Rosé are actually longtime friends.